Walking around on their Nebraska farm, Clara and Maggie are working away when Herman comes home. He has just received news of the possibility of a move to the West.
Guys, I heard from Brigham Young today we have a chance to move west. Clara, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. We could get out of this boring place and head somewhere and make something of ourselves.
What do you think, Maggie?
I don't know. Maybe it's just too long of a journey. I don't know how we would do.
I think the children would be able to take it. And, it would give us a chance because we're so oppressed here. Like, people just aren't tolerant of us. What do you think, Heather?
I think it's a good idea. We're greatly judged here, and I think it's a good idea to move. Plus, we don't know what Utah could hold for us.
It's settled. We're moving out west at once.
That same night, their small farmhouse is set on fire by anti-polygamists. Unfortunately, Heather, Herman's newest 13-year-old wife, was killed in the fire.
It's okay, Herman. I promise it will get better.
She lived such a good life. She had so many more years to go.
Come on, Herman.
Walking along to Utah, Maggie with her baby in arms and Clara with Herman a step behind. Herman mourns for the death of his second wife, Heather, who passed.
Heather will be missed. She burned in the hate fire set by others.
Being pushed out of Nebraska was terrifying, and Heather tried her best before the torches were thrown in.
We'll create a new life in Utah. It was much better than the one in Nebraska.
Rocky Mountains and the Great Salt Lakes will provide for us.
Fertile lands will offer us an opportunity to farm the land and provide for our children.
We could all work a little harder and provide for our children. I could go down to Utah and build us a nice new house and find out a whole new way of farming. I think that it will really benefit us to move to Utah. I'm glad we're making the move out west.
We will go anywhere for religious freedom.
I agree.
I hope you don't mind that I went ahead and built us our new house. I think it's a great improvement to our lives.
After a long and difficult trek across the West, all the way to Utah, the group finally finds a place to settle.
You honestly think you can turn this dry wasteland into a thriving community?
Don't worry, heaven has a plan for us.
I knew you could do it.
I never doubted you.
I just wish Heather could be here.
She's in the stars.
We made large purchases of land on the frontier. Our farms overflow with plenty and peace and happiness was enjoyed in our domestic circles. We could not associate with our neighbors and their midnight revels, their Sabbath breaking, horse racing, and gambling. They commenced to ridicule, then to prosecute and family, and finally an organized mob burned our houses, tarred and feathered and whipped many of our brethren, and finally drove them away, who homeless had to wander on the bleak prairie.
Polygamous wife, and I'm proud.
I heard it proclaimed by Brigham Young himself that he had the right to take 1,000 wives if he thought it proper.
We must stop this hatred at once.
And as we see it, the Mormons stopped polygamy in 1890, and they still lived mostly happy in their desert homes in Utah with their thriving community due to the method of farming they developed.
I heard from Brigham Young today that we had a chance to move west. Maggie, what do you think?
I can't. Take two. Oh, darn it. I think I said something. The same night, their small farmhouse was set on fire by anti-polygamists. Polygamists.
I forgot what I was supposed to say.
Okay.
You honestly think you can just turn this dry wasteland into a thriving community?
Heaven has a plan for you.